On the season finale of Turneround Theory, we're going to watch part one of today's episode about men checking out on these women while dating them. And later on, part two, where women instantly regret getting a divorce. It's all in one season finale for this episode for season 3, and it is finally here. So don't miss the incredible season finale of Turnaround Theory coming up next on YouTube and on Facebook, because I can guarantee you it's going to be a damn good finale. The season finale is finally here for season 3 of Turnaround's Theory. Stay tuned for part 1 of the finale, where we'll watch a man instantly just leaving his woman because she's too toxic for him while dating her. And later on in the finale, we'll look at part 2 concerning women instantly regretting their divorces, how one woman ends up getting a $600,000 settlement. And of course, a theoretical thought at the end, and a very special thanks for season 3, the Turnaround Theory. Fellas, as I often say, y'all should be knowing my saying, and y'all should be knowing the drill. So why don't y'all grab a quick snack and come on back, because y'all just might learn something. Roll the intro. What is up, everybody? Again, it's your boy, Mr. Turnaround, aka Tenacious T. I want to welcome you all to the season finale of Turnaround's Theory for season 3 here on YouTube and on Facebook. This is the actual platform of where I normally give you guys a free theoretical thought on just about anything. Hey, listen, for those of y'all that are just tuning in to this edition of Turnaround's Theory on my YouTube channel, I want to personally welcome you. And if you are in fact a returning subscriber, I want to welcome you back. And for those that are just tuning into this edition of Turnaround Theory on my Facebook fan page, and you are following me on the platform for the very first time, become a follower of mine for the very first time, welcome aboard the platform. And if you are, in fact, a constant follower of mine with regard to the content that I post up on my Facebook fan page, hey, kudos to you as well. And as always, as a daily constant reminder, I want to remind you to please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my official YouTube channel. It would, in fact, help out, and it would be beneficial for the YouTube algorithm. And please don't forget to click on that post notification bell, because you, my friends, will instantly be notified every single time your boy posts up and upload more additional content onto the channel. Please be sure to follow me on all social media sites. Links are going to be provided in the description box below. You can also watch full episodes of Turnaround's Theory on my official website. There will be a link provided in the description box below on my YouTube channel, as well as in the comment section below for my Facebook fan page. If you also want to contribute to my YouTube channel through PayPal, there is always going to be a link provided in the description box below on my YouTube channel, as well as in the comment section below for my Facebook fan page. Please don't forget to use the hashtag TeenTurnaround that you see on your screen, because that lets me know personally that not only you're watching another edition of Turnaround's Theory, but it just goes to show that you are supporting my channel in terms of the content that I post up, and I might send you a shout out right back. I do hope that I have covered everything within this matter, and with that being said, let's get started with the season finale of Turnaround's Theory.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Shaq Reacts here once again, and today's some crazy clips of the worst couples I can find. And like always, guys, my favorite clip will be at the end. But in this first one, it is absolutely stupid. This woman won't accept this from her baby daddy.
Shit, what's up?
Nothing much.
How you doing?
I'm good. What about you?
Oh man, I'm just chilling, man. I'm kind of in a hurry, but I got the shoes that the kids want.
I didn't ask you for no shoes. I asked you for the money for the shoes.
No. I got the shoes that they wanted. I already paid for them.
I know that, but I asked you for the money. I didn't want you to get the shoes. I would have got the shoes myself.
What's the problem?
Because I wanted to get the shoes.
Why did you want to get them? Why?
Because I wasn't going to get the shoes right now. I was just going to get the money and get the shoes later.
Oh, hell no. You can't be serious. You trying to look like the MVP or something?
No, I was going to get the money right now and spend it on something else. And then when I get the money for the shoes down the line, I was going to get the shoes.
No, you mean just take them over to the house and give them to the kids then?
No.
So, man, what's the issue with me getting the shoes? I got the shoes.
I understand that,
but hollering about I don't do.
I wanted the money for the shoes, dude.
I'm not giving you no money. No, I'm not doing that. I got the shoes, and I got the receipt if they need to take them back. Well, I know they sized anyway, so what you want the money for?
Because I was going to use the money for something else, and then I was going to get the shoes later on down the line.
Stop the cap.
Yeah, personally, I don't see anything wrong with this. This is perfectly fine. This is the same thing as a woman wanting groceries and the man getting her groceries. But she pretty much explained what's wrong with this. She wants to spend the money on something else. And this is exactly what's wrong with the child support system and why it needs to be changed up immediately. These women are spending it on themselves instead.
I'd take you out on a date. Who's paying?
You.
There we go.
No, but would you say to Ginge, I expect you to pay before the date?
Never.
You wouldn't. Yeah.
Never.
Well, no, but you think it.
Yeah.
There we go.
You asked me to come out my house. I've applied my wig, my face, everything.
Oh,
you might as well.
so I've forced you to come out of your house. You didn't want to come out of your house to see me. Do you know what, Nella? We're done.
Rejected.
What a great argument. These women gotta stop making it a burden to go on a date with you. Aren't you also interested in the person as well?
You got to stop doing that. You got to stop doing that.
We don't want to be strong. Like, we are tired of you guys looking at, because like a man will see a woman be like, oh, you strong like my mom. Like, my mom took care of us. Like, you know, we want you to actually help us. Like, we are tired of being strong. We're tired of just because your mom did it, you think we could do it too. Like, oh, you be good without me in the household. My mom did it.
The crazy part about hearing that term is the only time I ever heard I'm strong and independent and
who?
don't need no man is from out of a woman's mouth telling me that. I've never heard no man say, yo, you know what? You're a real strong and independent woman. Like, it's the women who are constantly feeling the need to tell.
Now this is 100% true. I've showed you guys countless clips on this channel of women saying that they don't need a man. They can do everything without a man. And if you guys don't believe me, here's another clip.
In my day-to-day life, I don't need a man to fix my car. I'll just go to the mechanic.
Yeah, isn't a mechanic also by a man? Yeah, once again, I think their arguments are just starting to backfire.
That's for with me.
I have a scene with Johnny Sins on Friday. No. But I ordered you the PS5. That was the deal. Is that I order you the PS5 and I get to do a scene because you're not big enough. Okay. Do you want the PS5 or not?
I don't chase booty.
This is how I make my money. Okay, and I'm gonna get the Amex back, but just tomorrow. Yeah, just tomorrow. But I'll DoorDash you food all day, okay? You can have it. You can have the Amex back after tomorrow. Okay? I love you so much, baby.
Yeah, I don't call this a relationship, I call this a business transaction. He gets something in return and she gets something else as well. This guy is just a simp and this is not going to last. They'll never get married. And he's probably just using her until he's done with her.
What?
Use reverse psychology on a man to get him to do what you want. So easy, you guys, when you know how to play it. So think about a little kid, a little boy. If you tell him not to push a button, what does he want to do so bad? He wants to push that button, right? The same way with an adult man. By telling him not to do something, you have created a challenge for him, and he now wants to do it even more. So that's why if you want him to spend more time with you at home, by telling him and nagging him to please stay home, I want to spend more time with you, you're actually making the problem worse. But because we're smart women on this channel, we know how to play it. We know how to be clever and get what we want.
Yeah, this is just manipulation. I'm not sure what else to call it. And the fact that there's a whole community of women following her, listening to this kind of garbage, thinking that these tactics really work. I mean, I guess you guys are in for a real wake-up call. These are only gonna work on simps.
What? Hey, babe, was I wrong for how I moved at this girl's birthday dinner?
Peace out.
So I get invited via my homegirl to go to this girl's dinner. I don't know her like that. I think I met her once through my homegirl a while ago. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to go because you're inviting me. So I go, I get the girl a little gift or whatever. When I pull up, the first thing I realize is, first of all, everybody's on time. And second of all, a lot of people showed up for this girl's birthday dinner. It was over 12 people, probably over 15. I've never seen this many people at a birthday dinner at a restaurant in my life.
You big dummy.
As the night's going, you know, people are buying their drinks and things like that. But what I started noticing is people's orders. You know, I'm a very observant person. So I started noticing people's orders. And they was ordering 2 and 3 appetizers, 3 and 4 drinks, the best, biggest T-bone steaks with the gold on it and this and truffle fries and this and this. Everybody was doing their thing. So something, I don't know what it was, at a certain point of the night after, you know, people was, you know, finishing up their plates and ordering their last drinks and stuff like that, I had to go to the bathroom, but something hit me on my way to the bathroom, like, you know, just stop and pay for your meal. Just stop by the bar, pay for your meal, tip out, do that. That's what I did.
I'm out of here.
So by the time I go to the bathroom, pay for my bill, tip out and stuff like that, the waiter is coming around to the table wanting to know how we're going to do the bill, because the bill can only get split 2 ways, and he made that very clear. The bill can only get split 2 ways.
So this clip is very long, so I'm going to jump to the main points of the video where we get to see how much this check really is and what happens when the check actually hits the table.
Touch the check, right? So finally, a dude that was there, he opened it being funny, and it was over $3,500. That's how much the bill was. It was over $3,500. When he said that, I just busted out laughing. I don't know why I find it to be so funny. I think it's because I knew it was about to be a shit show. So the person comes back around and notices that nobody's touching the bill, and it's like, hey, what are we doing about the bill? So she looks down towards our end again, which I don't know why she kept looking down towards our end. So finally she's like, all right, well, who's gonna put down on the bill? So I don't say nothing. My homegirl, she don't say nothing. And then so finally another girl in the group was like, well, my homegirl, well, can we put it on your card and, you know, everybody just pay you back? My homegirl, she say no. Like, no, I'm not really comfortable with that. Da, 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 da. So things are starting to get heated now. There's a back and forth going between the restaurant, who's going to be paying, things like that. A lot of people are getting frustrated. Things are getting heated. So what do? I say, I'm going to excuse myself. Because first of all, I'm not about to be sitting in a food, restaurant, public setting and embarrass myself because y'all don't have your shit together, right? I don't do that. I don't play that. My shit is already taken care of. My bill is taken care of, tipped out, tipped beautifully. My bill came up to $100, and I'll never forget, it was $115 without tip, right? So I was like, I'm going to excuse myself. Get up, leave.
I'm out of here.
Call the Uber and all. My homegirl, because this is her friend. So she's staying trying to, you know, figure things out and stuff like that. Arguing, things like that with people. I'm not doing that. So I excuse myself and I leave because y'all need to figure this out. As I'm getting up to leave, well, what are you doing? Well, how are you leaving? You need to help pay for this bill, things like that. The waiter, before I could even say that, the waiter's like, his bill's already taken care of. He took, you know, he paid his bill and tipped out almost 45 minutes ago. Everybody's shocked, looking like, I'm hitting the door by now. I'm gone. I'm out. I get by the time I get home, about an hour, I would say later, I get a long text message from my homegirl. I think that it was real rude what you did at my homegirl's birthday dinner. I don't know where that type of etiquette came from. Da, 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 da. I texted her back a simple IDC.
Yeah, personally, guys, what I like to do at a birthday dinner, if I'm going there to celebrate it for the person, I am personally not going to be ordering anything. I'll probably get a drink, that is all, because I'm there for that person. I'm not that person's piggy bank or to be taken advantage of and paying for everyone else's food. That's just a rule of thumb I like to keep to myself, and I recommend it for everybody else as well, so you don't end up in this situation. And honestly, shame on that girl for saying he was a rude date. I think you're the rude one for dragging along a random person to pick up the tab for somebody else. He did the right thing and he dodged a huge bullet. I wouldn't feel any regret at all.
It's an evil world we live in.
Be on here all the time, and I be watching you, and I be trying to drill your ass. Excuse me for cussing.
There it goes. Drill. I ain't cussed her at all. I be trying to drill your ass. See, for those of you that think she natural and pretty and all that, that's what you really gonna get at the house. That TV down, it's too loud.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
You know what? And guess what? You could have a man like me over there with you, but you a little bit too much. You do too much.
Oh, well, I do everything by myself.
Exactly. I already know that. After the man gets some, he gone.
You think I ain't been through that before?
Oh, yeah, and I'm telling you why you been through it.
Just because I'm loud don't mean nothing. I left them. They ain't leave me.
I'm glad it's real sarcastic to you because I don't care.
I'm really
Because guess what? Tomorrow you're going to be in the same predicament. Next year you're going to be in the same predicament. When you're 40, you're going to be in the same predicament. And when you're 50.
Yeah, the first step into change is realizing there's a problem in the first place. And that's what this woman is refusing to do. She's not taking any accountability for her actions. And this is exactly why she'll most likely stay single.
On my bio, it literally said I have kids.
I have a son. That don't mean I want you to be his daddy.
If you know, you know.
I don't think he's gonna look at me as a father figure.
My son will be 18 next year.
And still.
How you like the sushi? Is it good?
My sushi.
Right. Don't they have them on?
Yes, but she's not going to be around as much as you. They live with me.
They all four?
Yes.
Oh, you should have told me that at the door. All four is crazy.
She belongs to the streets.
I only have one child. It's not the same. It don't hit the same.
So basically you saying you don't want to.
No, I do want to. I like you. You're
don't.
cool. I do. And I'm cool with your kids. I just don't plan on playing house. I don't want.
You ain't cool with them. Clearly you ain't cool with them.
So I'll give you guys more of a rundown. Basically, this woman has been seeing this man for 3 months, and now, when the conversation arises of them actually having a future together, now their kids is a problem. You probably should have realized this the first week of talking to him, not bringing up a problem later on. But let's continue on with the clip.
We look good together, like we're without the kids. I'm just saying, like, no offense, but look at us. We actually do good. I do like you. I think we make a good couple. I just don't think, I'm just not with the Brady Bunch shit. Like,
it's not no couple without my children.
I'm not saying, I'm not accepting your kids. I'm saying I'm not playing house. I'm not.
So that's exactly what you're saying. You're not accepting my kids.
Will we get married or something?
Maybe.
Maybe, well, when I get the ring is when I can play mom, when I can play mother. I'm not doing,
girl.
I'm not doing the wifey duty.
What make you think you're going to get a ring and you don't even have any I haven't seen any motherly qualities.
That's the problem, man. Today, though, y'all want us to do all these wife duties without making us wives.
So I'm not sure why they're arguing on camera deciding to put this on video, but let's jump to the best part of the video, where the man decides to put his foot down and refuses to deal with this.
Make it make sense. It just don't make sense to me. I'm sorry, it just don't make sense to me.
Like, you don't have no...
I'm not that desperate for a relationship.
You don't have no sense of wherewithal as a woman to, like, just be...
What the hell does this
good
have to
to
do
kids,
with
like be.
This ain't no mentorship. What? Is this charity? Is this the Salvation Army? Let me know. You should put that in your bio. 4 boys that need a mother.
I don't even need a drink.
What are you doing?
Now, I'm gonna give my honest take about this clip. First off, I feel like this man is sounding like a single mother. He's trying to get his kids added into the picture and say, you're also responsible for them. This is what a lot of single mothers usually sound like. And this woman has 1 child who's already 18 and pretty much grown. She doesn't seem like she wants to carry on any more children responsibilities. But then again, we have to address the main issue, which is, why are you bringing this up now? You've been with this man for how long? And you decide to bring this up now? You should be addressing problems when they first come. Did you think that his kids were not going to be in your life in any way? Of course they were. So in my opinion, she wasted this man's time. And I think he did the right thing by just realizing the answer right away and just moved on, rather than continuing to waste time with a woman who's not going to be in his future.
Now don't go away, because the second half of Turnaround Theory will continue.
Let me tell you why your girl wants you back, fam. She wants you back, not because you gave her space, because you tend to think that you played the game right and you gave her space, and then now she just can't live without you and you did no contact right and all that bullshit. That's not what happened. She wants you back because all of the other guys don't want her. She's tired of getting tossed up and fucked and ducked, and they not committing to her because they see her for who she truly is, right? They know she a thotty. They know she ain't to be taken serious. You don't know that. So when she get tired of that, she comes back to the safe duck. She comes back to you, the safe guy.
When a female regrets leaving you, she sees that you're doing better without her. She sees that you're prospering. She sees that you're elevating, you're evolving, you're growing. She starts to think to herself like, damn, how can I get back in? How can I get this guy to accept me back into his circle? Well, I'll make him feel sorry for me. I'll whine and cry and beg even if I have to. And the thing about this is a lot of females really try to play on the heartstrings of men, because we know that it is in your nature as a man to try to resolve our issues, right? To try to uplift us, to try to help. So a lot of these females try to play on that element of what a man is.
Where are all the good men? Yep, that's the question of the day. Everybody apparently is still wondering, where are all the good men? And here's the thing. If you look back, I posted about this before, but I just want to let you know as an update, the good men are everywhere. They are everywhere, sis. The problem is you either have disqualified them for your own unrealistic, ridiculous requirements, or They have been so scared from accusations, being told that they are harassing or, thinking that you want them to approach you, but then carrying on, like, how dare they find the audacity to approach you. I mean, at this point, they're everywhere and they're never going to speak to you. You have to speak to them first now. So this is what you get. This is what you get when you scare men into believing that they can never be right. They can never win. They don't understand women at all. They can't even pick up cues anymore. This is what you get. You get confusion, and you get an entire generation of men who would rather be by themselves than to risk talking to you.
I'm getting sick of women asking me, where are the good men at? But you stay in your house every Friday night, you antisocial, you don't respond to DMs, and you got the nerve to be like, where are the good men at? Not in your house. You are a good catch that no one knows about because you spend your time working, going home. Working, going home. You don't do shit. And even when you do shit, you don't socialize. You do not spark invitations. You don't even look inviting, and you're wondering why you can't find no good men. I'm just one of those people that know good men exist. Just so happen, he not the postman. He ain't coming to your house. Some of y'all, the only way y'all gonna meet a man is if your toilet stopped up, you call a plumber, and that plumber is him. Cause you don't go nowhere. I don't like the club, Ace. Take a hike, go to the library, get cute, and go to Home Depot for all I care. Do something.
I'm a prison girlfriend. Of course, people tell me I'm delusional as fuck for meeting a man in the penitentiary. I'm a prison girlfriend. Of course, Fridays and Saturdays are my favorite days of the week. I'm a prison girlfriend. Of course, I'm an answer on the first ring. Duh. I'm a prison girlfriend. Of course, me and my man have sessions every night. I'm a prison girlfriend. Of course, I'm going to say, yeah, Papa, I sent it when he asked me if I sent videos or a photo, and I ain't sent shit. And I ain't going to send shit. I'm a prison girlfriend. Of course, it's going to be money on that phone, and I'm going to send him some money when he hungry. I got to feed my baby.
So, yeah, well, if you don't already know, and if you can't tell, I'm actually not from, like, the hood, like the projects hood. I mean, I'm from the hood, but, like it's like a hood around my neighborhood, but I'm not from like the projects or anything. I'm not sure if you could tell that, but anyway, I'm not. So I always, when I was younger, I just had this fascination. Not fascination. I sound like, never mind. Anyway, so I wanted to see what it was like. You know what I mean? To date, like, one of those thugs, like, like those thugs, like, and I know people are like, bad boys, well, these, like, like the kind that are like loyal. Like, sometimes I think women go after the bad guys because, like, they're down, you know what I mean? Like they're killing people over colors, like they're like so true to their hood. They're like, not saying B's or C's or crossing them out. They got tattoos on their face. Like, these men, like will die for, like, they are so loyal. They are so loyal, right? And then you feel safe, you feel protected because they're like, wow, this person's over here dying over a bandana. So, like, if he loves me, then, he's gonna, you know what I mean? Like, what up with it, But yeah, it doesn't really work out like that. Like, many of them are very abusive, and they have a lot of problems, from growing up, like, with all these problems in their lives. And yeah, I don't know why I thought it was gonna be like dating, like dating Tupac, and he's gonna be in the studio and he's gonna be giving me this like beautiful sonnets and Shakespearean poems, but yeah, it wasn't like that. It was more like, oh shit, this is like poems, like, yeah, it wasn't safe for me. So I realized now that I love hood music, but I just don't like hood things. Like, I don't like the whole, like, all the murder that goes on, and I don't even like all the cussing. I don't really like all the loud noise, like the gunshot. Like, I don't like any of that. I just like the music, if that makes sense.
And now, the second half of Turnaround series. Welcome back to the second half for the season finale of Season 3 for Turnaround Theory here on YouTube and on Facebook. Once again, I'm your boy, Mr. Turnaround, aka Tenacious T. Now, coming up, we're going to watch another video about these women once again instantly regretting their divorce to their husbands. And one woman in particular has earned $600,000 in the settlement after the divorce. Take a look at a few of these videos because I tell you, we're just getting warmed up.
I got $600,000. Yes.
Why?
That was part of our settlement, so I could have taken more, but I didn't.
It's an evil world we live in.
I just saw a video of some guy saying that women always regret the choice to divorce their husbands. Like later on, they always regret it.
I am processing the most triggering breakup I've had in 9 years.
Why are men so horrible?
Yesterday I told my husband I wanted to be separated from him, and people keep saying sorry, and I'm only crying right now because that was probably the hardest thing I've ever done.
Stop the cap.
I truly thought I was gonna be with him forever.
And on today's episode of Another Woman That Has Now Regretted Her Divorce. Let's go.
Hey, it's Jenna. Recently divorced and kind of figuring out this new way of life. I was married for 23 years and with that person for 3 years prior. So for a total of 26 years of my life, I have been out of the game of dating, making friends, going out, and stuff like that as a single woman in her 40s. Yeah, I'm 47. So I've raised children. My children are adult children now. And it's kind of interesting because it's so lonely at this stage in life after divorce.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
A few moments later.
I don't really use this account anymore. But I wanted to pop on and say hi. I just had a live stream for the first time in like a week. And I'm sorry about not really being active. I've had to focus on my mental and my physical health, and my family. So that's what I've been doing.
I don't chase booty.
Right now, live hasn't been a priority for me, which is fine.
Bruh, really?
It never really was a priority to me. And I've tried to limit things that aren't benefiting my greater good in my day-to-day life because, I've been in trauma therapy now for 10 months.
But wait, there's more.
On the day my divorce was final, I'll never forget what my ex said to me. He looked me right in the eyes and he said, "You're going to regret this. You're going to get 6 months down the road and you're going to regret divorcing me." And you know what? He's right. I did have regrets.
Divorce is probably the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, you guys. It's been a year since everything got finalized. And I am living my best life. I am thriving really lately and finally happy with my routine and my solitude and the things that I do on my own. But this week marks a year and I'm feeling that grief, just kind of clouding over me, which is wild. It's this person doesn't even exist in your life after 7 years, and like the thought that the things that you thought you were going to build together no longer are viable.
For starters, who's marrying chicks with a septum piercing, bald shaved hair like G.I. Jane, and tattoos on her knuckles and neck? Guys, stop being desperate. The next thing is she's saying she enjoys solitude, she enjoys her peace, everything's cool, but you're mourning a marriage that's been over for 7 years. I'm telling you guys, these women need you. They cannot function without a man in their life.
I beg your pardon?
I cheated on my husband of 14 years and lost him forever.
How dare you?
When my divorce was finalized and my ex-husband moved out, the first couple of nights I had crippling anxiety.
So when I was married for 13 years, and I 100% supported my ex-husband in the startup of his business. I created his LLC. I did all of these things. I pushed him to go to his taxidermy school. I made sure that he had a business. I picked the start date. I made the Facebook page. I did all of the things for him. And in the background, I was building my own business and working full time. What? Fast forward several years later, and we decided to get a divorce. Huh? Things just didn't work out. The why doesn't matter, but what does matter, and what I'm really struggling with right now, and I'm sure that I'm not alone, is that I was the breadwinner, right? He was a small business owner, so tax returns, write-offs, all the things. And I worked full-time, W-2, making over 6 figures a year. So when it came down to time for our divorce, even though the reasons of the divorce were not my fault fully, no, I shouldn't say that. I'm just as much to be held accountable for the divorce as him.
Exactly. But they don't want to admit that. These women think that, it's always the man's fault. Don't you hear from women, my ex cheated on me. He did this to me. He did all these different things. What did you do? See, they never talk about what they do. These chicks be nagging, complaining. They be withholding sex and bedroom action from their husbands. They do all type of stuff. They gaslight them. They don't give them affection. They don't appreciate them. These men are working hard to provide and protect and do all these different things. And these chicks just, it's so horrible. So if marriages are so horrible for you women, why do you push for it so much? Why are y'all always trying to settle down and get married to a man? Why don't you just stay single or go be in a relationship with a bear? Move to the forest. Since men are such terrible people.
Anyways, because I made the majority of the money on paper, I was required to take all of the debt in my divorce or pay him alimony or child support. And quite frankly, you got me up because ain't no motherfucker. So I will.
This is what men got to go through. We got to pay child support, alimony. Give her the house, give her the dog and the car, and be a weekend dad. This is what we got to go through. So as soon as she gets a dose of equality and you got to pay a little bit of that, oh man, you got me effed up.
Here's why women regret divorce more than men. Financially speaking, women's lives get worse after the divorce, while men's get better. The standard of living for women goes down an average of 27%, while the standard of living for men goes up 10%.
Hello, my beauties. Guess who's single again? It's okay, though. It's okay.
She belongs to the streets. You talking about you single? She at least 70 years old. She act like she young. What are you still dating and doing videos for? Man, listen, these chicks, they want to be the center of attention so much. You're about to croak. You should be in a nursing home.
I went to see Mr. Pink tonight, and I'm so grateful that I got to meet Mr. Pink, because he was an incredible distraction in my life that reminded me what it is to feel being in love. He made me realize that the person I want to be with is somebody who really can make me laugh, because he made me laugh every single day. I think that we were right for each other for the moment that we met and the time that we spent together.
Stop the cap.
But I think that our paths are just not aligned for a long time.
One eternity later.
I'm doing really ugly crying because, I didn't know my cat was in here. She must have thought I was crazy. I'm just really realizing that my marriage is over and it's really bad. I'm really sad.
meet my own needs after divorce. So I'm that girl that was in relationships from the time she was 14 years old until at 31, I looked at my husband and I was like, peace out, dude. I'm going to go do me now.
Peace out, dude. You're going to go do me. I told you, these women, they just break up marriages and break up happy homes and good situations because they just feel like it. Because they want to do them. I just want to do something different. And you look like, what? Wait, what's going on? I told you, listen, marriage for these women is just something to do. It's just something to check off. And after I done checking it off and they tried it, now I'm going to go out there and be for the streets. I want to live a hot girl summer. I want to go out there and try different dudes. This is what they do. It's like seasons in their life, man. Marriage ain't nothing to these women. It's just something for fun. And then they gone. They store it out.
But wait, there's more.
Hey, this is Raul of Please Act Right. We all know that too many women in Western culture are divorcing their husbands, and they're doing it in record numbers. For all the women out there who are thinking about divorcing a good man, you might want to listen up.
Been divorced for 3 years, and in that 3 years, I have spent most of my days figuring out how I can become physically, mentally, financially, spiritually healthy enough to be able to afford and take care of a child.
You didn't know you were broke and mentally unstable before you filed for divorce?
I stayed in a marriage for 23 years and built up a family and my ex's career and everything, and we literally just got to where it was supposed to be everything we dreamed of. Like, owned a company, making, almost $1 million, and that was my breaking point, and I left it all. And I'm not a person that is about money. I've kind of been in mourning of the oh my gosh, I gave it all up. Did I do that? Everything was around my family. So when I chose to leave, I gave it all up. You dummy! I had no clue that the worst was yet to come in the 1 year of separation. And so it's weird because I find that I just thought today for a split second, and I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you? What the f is wrong with you?
Listen to it, dummy.
I thought, I should have just stayed.
So basically, she's saying her wake-up call didn't hit her until she got out in the streets and found out that the streets is not what she thought it was.
But after the night, you be a broke dummy.
I should have stayed. It wasn't that bad. You made it 23 years. You made 26 years total. Your kids are college and one's almost out of high school. You made it. It didn't matter at this point. They can do their own separate life and all that. You made it to the point where you guys were making so much money and you had big houses and you could do whatever you want and you can relax. I'm terrified. I don't have 401k. My counsel did not have my back.
She said it wasn't that bad. That means that her husband wasn't mistreating her, but she left anyway.
And there's just timelines that you can't stop. And so it is what it is. And I'm 47 years old. It's not like I'm 25. I'm healthy, kinda. I have an autoimmune disease, which means it's life-threatening for the rest of my life. Things can change. But it's not like I'm an invalid and can't do anything for myself. But it is terrifying. I could have stayed. I'm so mad that I think this way. I could have stayed. My life would have been so much easier.
Am I the only one that noticed that all she's talking about was the lifestyle? Not one time did she say that she missed her husband. So basically, she's crying because she didn't get cash and prizes on her way out the door. That reminds me of an old school song.
So I had a realization today. I've been divorced for 3.5 years, and I went through 1.5 years of counseling after my marriage broke up.
After your marriage broke up, or do you mean after you broke up your marriage?
I'm also a woman of the real world and understand, when dating, what it's like to date out in the real world, and it is so hard. It is so hard to find someone who is looking for someone of value, who's not wanting to sleep with someone right away.
That's pretty much the way the dating world is going nowadays, sweetheart. Most men are not interested in getting married so that they can end up getting divorced by their wives just like you did your husband. So get used to it.
And who's not wanting to, change their morals because they are a single woman. I just can't understand why it's hard out here for us good women.
Welcome to a good man's world.
I don't understand. I'm 38. It's not like this has been an easy journey for me. My time clock is ticking.
Well, you better get used to that ticking sound because you're going to be listening to it for a while. Maybe even until your expiration date hits, if you know what I mean. Hey, here's an idea. Why don't you go to the Philippines or Thailand? Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Oh, what was I thinking? I'm sorry. Never mind.
I'm honestly really sad right now, if you can tell. That's like the weirdest thing about grief is like, didn't cry for 2 days, was good for 2 days, and now I'm by myself, and it's just like the hurricane, like it's here again, it's, the tsunami is back, like it's just so hard, and like I'm frustrated because I, got, my whole world got disheveled, and I feel like he has moved on, and he is healed and moved on, and doesn't care about me, which I don't want him to come back into my life, but it still just sucks,
On the day my divorce was final, I'll never forget what my ex said to me. He looked me right in the eyes and he said, "You're going to regret this. You're going to get 6 months down the road and you're going to regret divorcing me." And you know what? He's right. I did have regrets.
Hey, it's Jenna. Recently divorced and kind of figuring out this new way of life. I was married for 23 years and with that person for 3 years prior. So for a total of 26 years of my life, I have been out of the game of dating, making friends, going out, and stuff like that as a single woman in her 40s. Yeah, I'm 47. So I've raised children. My children are adult children now. And it's kind of interesting because it's so lonely at this stage in life after divorce, especially with older children, because you make all your friends when they're younger, or at least I did. I met my friends mostly through my kids' activities. I was a stay-at-home mom and I took them to practices, I went to school, all that stuff.
I'm gonna cry. I've just realized that I have become a single 30-year-old mom who's driving in a Dodge Caravan, checking out other men while driving in a subdivision, a suburban subdivision. I am a single 30-year-old woman with 3 children driving a minivan, checking out other dads. Okay, this is where my life is.
Oh, wow. I think she really needs a hug. Somebody give her a hug. Because I don't want to.
This is what my friends who are married don't understand. First off, it is so difficult to have been single throughout the entire pandemic and go through that profound trauma all alone without some kind of support system.
So does that mean that if you knew the pandemic was coming, you would have stayed married until the pandemic was over?
And I also think it's difficult that you're no one's priority. Like there aren't really people checking up on me in the same way as if you have someone to come home to. I don't have a partner. I've been single for at least almost 4 years, since November of 2019, whatever, how long that is.
That's basically what every man goes through who you women don't want to give a chance. Welcome to a single man's life.
And it's just so difficult because you realize that you have to be your own knight in shining armor, that there's no one coming to save you, that there's no one really is there for you. Like you're alone at the end of the day. And
once again, welcome to a single man's life where the only woman that checks up on him is his mother, if he's lucky.
It's so much harder to go through the ups and downs and tumultuousness of life when you don't have companionship and you don't have a partner, and it sucks.
Good morning.
Do you want to become a miserable old woman?
It's an evil world we live in.
I don't think any of us do. But women, you know, you've seen those women out there. The women that are nattering and nagging their husbands, that are bitchy, that aren't nice, that seem to be so unhappy, and we think, oh God, I hope I'm never one of those miserable old women. And you know how that happens? That happens from raising a family, working, and then all of a sudden we're in our 50s and 60s and we have nothing. We don't have a life. We don't have a life separate from our family or separate from our husband. And so we resent everybody. So you know what you need to do? You need to get your own life. Well, I did it. Here I am on my new bed, my princess bed. It's amazing. I feel like a different person already. I feel like I can do whatever I want, and I'm not responsible for anybody anymore but me.
So she divorced her husband, got her own place, and got her own identity. And then this happened.
I don't know, things aren't going that great. I just keep thinking about what it used to be like when things were good. And maybe all of this was my fault. Maybe I am a selfish, narcissistic. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the one.
Could be.
I don't know, but I'm kind of struggling. All that fake, all that happy, oh, I'm doing so great. I think I was in shock. And now it's coming like into reality, and I don't know. I know this is just a separation, and there are a lot of worse things in the world than this.
Yet, here you are making a video about it.
I just don't know what my life's gonna be like. I can't seem to remember anything bad. I just remember all the good things.
Oh, now you can remember all the good things. Why didn't you remember all the good things when you were contemplating divorce? Ladies, this is what you have to look forward to if you divorce a good man. Don't come out here in these streets thinking that you're going to get all the good men coming after you. Because if that's what you're thinking, you may want to talk to a pretty divorced woman so she can tell you it's not going to happen. Because if the pretty ones are having a hard time, imagine what the average looking women are going through. Don't get me wrong, a few of the divorced women will get some play from men. And those women, they'll think they're in a wholesome relationship. But as soon as he gets what he wants, the majority of them get dropped like a bad habit.
You mean to tell me you saw me, liked me, wanted me, chased me, got me, and then you fumbled me? What?
I hate when females be like, yeah, you fumble me. That's how I know you don't even watch football. Because when you fumble, you accidentally drop the ball. Girl, I threw you back to the streets. That's a complete pass. Ain't no fumbling over here. There wasn't no accident on God.
Stay put, everyone, because when I come right back, I'm going to give you guys a theoretical thought to conclude Season 3 of the season finale of Turneround's theory right after these messages.
We've created a generation of narcissistic women. And what's happened is the rise of social media and the rise of online dating and the rise of feminism has taught women that they are not to blame for any poor choices. Every poor choice is glamorized. So if you want to be a sex worker, it's great. If you want to post in bikini pictures online, it's fine. If you want to be with it, every poor choice is glamorized, and every internal reflection is seen as gaslighting yourself. So they've even got terms for internal reflection to prevent it happening. And so what will happen is they are trained to not reflect on themselves because we've been told we've been oppressed for so many years. Now it's time to make sure we project. And so we don't take any accountability. And as a result, when we get into relationships, if we don't feel completely soothed all the time, he must be a narcissist. He must be a manipulator. He must be gaslighting. He, rather than I. And unfortunately, we've got an online market that caters to that wounded woman, that caters to that entitled woman, and caters to that narcissistic woman. And it's so wild to me that so many women talk about narcissism, but the society today is just catering to narcissistic women.
Delusional girl math. If I have a man who said that he didn't want to be in a relationship but is doing all the relationship things, then I have a man who's going to eventually change his mind and wants to be in a relationship with me. If I have a man who said that he hated his baby mama, but his baby mama is pregnant again, Then I have a man who only went back to her because we got into an argument, and now he's going to be moving in with me. We're going to live happily ever after and start our own family together. If I had a man who said that he's going to divorce his wife, but it's been 3 years and he still lives with her, then I have a man who's probably going to be divorced on the 4th year, so I'm going to stick around a little bit. If I have a man who's never answering my phone calls or my texts, and he's ghosting me, then I have a man who's probably busy or didn't see my text messages. If I have a man that's a sneaky link that says that he's not looking for anything serious, then I have a man who's going to love my vagina so much that all of a sudden he's going to want to be with me. If I have a man who's only answering his phone when he's on the road or when he's in his car, then I have a man that's a truck driver.
I said I wasn't going to do this again. But here I am, doing it again. And I gotta be honest, this question is getting dumber and dumber. And I honestly believe so is humankind. At this point, we are no longer talking about a woman being trapped in the woods with a bear or a man. Now we are talking about small children. Because somehow that's going to make it better. Small children, let's just play the game. Do I want my itty bitty baby 2-year-old toddler walking around in the woods with a bear, or a man? Many of you will say you've had horrific experiences with men, and I don't negate that fact. But the fact is, at the end of the day, a bear is not Winnie the Pooh, guys. It's not. This is not a cartoon. That bear will eat you. Or a child. They will rip your face off. A man could be a predator, but it could also be your brother, your father, your friends, your family. There's a chance that that could be a horrible, wicked man. And if it was a woman, there is a chance it could also be a horrible, wicked woman. But if it's a bear, it will eat you, and it will eat that little baby. Can we please stop being delusional? It does not negate terrible, terrible situations that you've been in. This does not invalidate your feelings. But this is when men say, separate feelings and emotions from logic, ladies. Let's separate the two.
Y'all doing too much. This hypothetical question about this bear versus man in the forest is about to get a lot of y'all feelings hurt. Some of y'all women, you doing too much. You are the bear in the forest. You need to be scared of yourself. At the end of the day, a lot of y'all are running around acting like you so scared of men, acting as if you fear for your life on a day-to-day basis. Girl, men don't even pay you no mind on a day-to-day basis. You go to the mall, they ignore you. You go to the store, they ignore you. You go to the club and the lounges with your homegirls and they talk to everybody but you. Men ain't worried about you. You could be in the forest with a bear and a man and you got a better chance of the bear wanting to smash. It's almost comical listening to a group of women who invite strangers from dating apps to their house to smash on the first day are scared of men. I can't tell the way y'all be getting pregnant by strangers. Men who last names you don't even know. Men who mama you don't meet until the baby shower. I can't tell you scared of these men. Not the way you be out here giving out your address so freely and letting them come over there and Netflix and chill. The way you be going over their house when you don't even know them. Jeffrey Dahmer would have a field day with this generation and somehow y'all scared of men. You scared to be in a forest with a man? Be for real. Y'all are comical. Nobody even takes you serious at this point because you're a joke. Every time you get on this internet and open up your mouth, it's a contradiction and you're a joke.
Black women want and expect men to pay all 100% of the bills. All. Without exception. Don't listen to what they say. This is what they want and this is what they want. This is what they want and this is what they expect. So when you hear that woman talk about 50-50, well, can't we do 70-30? That 70-30 only comes along once they feel good that you can actually pay 100%.
Because I know what it is to lose a good man and regret it. And I know what it is to almost do that again with another good man and tighten up. I know what it is to take a look at me, because ain't nothing like good self-examination. You see, I had a kind man, a gentle man, who was also masculine, loving, caring, supportive. Oh, and I was bored. Ooh, I was bored. I thought everything had to be sparks and all that all the time. Just as immature as I could be. And that immaturity didn't come from young age. Just being immature, selfish. And when it almost happened with the one I have now, taking a good look at myself was exactly what I needed to do. A good look, an honest look. But recognizing my part in that was the key for me. And when I saw it happening again, I had to check myself again and be upfront with the man I have now. And it has blessed my life. And it's blessed my man's life because it caused him to take a look at himself. And baby, when you have both people holding themselves accountable, holding each other accountable, And one of the other lessons in this is that when I lost that good man, I ended up with a total jerk right after that. Whew, it was horrible. But it was a lesson I needed because I know what it is to lose a good man, end up with a jerk, tighten myself up, and end up with the man that I've been with for 24 years, 21 married. Can't tell me God ain't good, so that's how I know. Be well.
And now, Turneround's theoretical thought. Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Y'all know what time it is, and this is always my favorite part of the segment. Once more again, it is time for another edition of Turnaround's Theoretical Thought with yours truly, because in just a moment, I'm going to give you guys another free theoretical thought based on the season finale for Season 3 of Turnaround's Theory. Here's your theoretical thought for today. On the videos that you saw on today, the first one that you saw on how a man just leaves a woman when she doesn't want to have any more children other than the one she's already got. But the man that you saw on the first video in the segment, he's got 4 children already. And can you blame him for walking out because she doesn't want to be mommy just yet? Smart move. And in the second half of the session of the season finale of Turnaround's Theory on today, once again, we looked at how women instantly regret divorcing their husbands, how one in particular had earned a $600,000 settlement after the settlement of the divorce was even settled in court. As I often say statistically, 50% of marriages end up in divorce, but only 80 to 90% of those divorces are initiated by women. So if you're among another one of those men that just gotten over a divorce, chances are the woman that divorced you, at some point in her life, she's going to instantly regret it if she hasn't already. These women that you see on these videos on a day-to-day basis, they end up hitting the wall, realizing that they need a man. But all of this talk about them being strong and independent, they finally start to hit the wall, realizing that they damn sure need a man. That is your theoretical thought for today. And this concludes another edition of Turnaround's Theory for today, and this also will conclude the entire 3rd season of Turnaround's Theory on my YouTube channel as well as my Facebook fan page. Listen, I want to thank each and every one of you, my loyal viewers, for watching the entire 3rd season of Turnaround's Theory on my YouTube channel as well as my Facebook fan page. You guys help make Turnaround's Theory possible. I build this platform to empower men to do better in the decisions that they make in terms of dating women. And I've also empowered men to try to know their worth so that the next time that they want to give the dating world another shot, they know how to avoid the same mishaps that they've dealt with in the past. Listen, let me know what you think in the comment section below concerning the season finale for Turnaround's Theory. And as a constant data reminder, I do want to remind you once again to please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my official YouTube channel. It would in fact help out and it would be beneficial for the YouTube algorithm. And please don't forget to click on that post notification bell because you, my friends, will instantly be notified every single time your boy posts up and upload more additional content onto the channel. For Turnaround's Theory, I'm Mr. Turnaround, aka Tenacious T, and I'm happy to announce that I will be hosting the 4th season of Turnaround's Theory later in September of 2025, right here on my official YouTube channel. So mark your calendars and I will keep you guys posted on the season premiere for the 4th season of Turnaround's Theory coming soon. Until then, Team Turnaround out.